What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Mel, and welcome back to Mel Got Game, where I talk about top plays, top sports news, and breakdowns of the previous week. So if that interests you, please like, comment, and subscribe. And without further ado, let's get into my Super Bowl predictions from last week. Because there was only one game last week, which was the Super Bowl, I'm only shooting for 5 points this week. If I don't get these 5 points, then I will have to do a punishment, which I'm not looking forward to. So for Super Bowl 56, the Rams and Bengals faced off, and I said the Bengals will win 28-23, and the Rams won 23-20, so I will be getting a punishment coming my way. Rams are now two-time Super Bowl champions. Their last win came in 1999 when they beat the Tennessee Titans. All right, so since I said the Bengals would win the Super Bowl and they did not win the Super Bowl, I now have the luxury of doing 50 squats as my punishment. Nothing too crazy. I'm going to just do 50 squats. But this channel low-key finna be like a mini workout channel, you know what I'm saying, a mini exercise channel with all these punishments I'm doing, with all these workout punishments I'm doing. So hope you enjoy. Let's go ahead and recap some of the key plays that shaped this year's Super Bowl. The Rams and Bengals started out with two good defensive possessions as Rams stopped the Bengals on fourth down around midfield. The Rams would then score first with a 17-yard touchdown pass from Stafford to Odell Beckham Jr., making the score 7-0. Both teams would trade good defensive possessions again, and a deep throw and one-handed grab by Jamar Chase would then get the Bengals in the red zone, but they had to settle for a field goal as Ramsey had good coverage on an end zone throw to T. Higgins. Rams would then put together another drive as Stafford and Cooper Kupp connected for the Rams' second touchdown of the game, making the score 13-3. A botched field goal attempt would cost the Rams an extra point, keeping the score at 13-3. Bengals would then score on a trick play as Burrow tosses the ball to Joe Mixon, and he throws to a wide open T. Higgins for the touchdown, decreasing the deficit 13-10. Then came one of the biggest turning points in the game as Odell Beckham Jr. went down with a non-contact knee injury. It was later revealed that he suffered a torn ACL on the same knee that he tore it on the first time when he was with the Cleveland Browns. His injury would shift much of the defensive attention for the Bengals to Cooper Kupp. Both teams would then struggle to score again before halftime, but after halftime, the Bengals would score on a controversial deep ball to T. Higgins. As it appeared, T. Higgins grabbed and threw Jalen Ramsey's face mask in order to catch the ball. This would give the Bengals the lead, making the score 17-13. Stafford would then get picked on a bobbled ball, giving the Bengals the ball back. Bengals would try for a touchdown, but would be stopped as Aaron Donald would get to Joe Burrow for a sack. Rams would then get into field goal range and make the score 20-16. The game was then dominated by both defenses until the Rams' final drive of the game with 5 minutes left in the fourth quarter. This methodical drive was dominated by Stafford and Cooper Kupp as they hooked up 4 times, including a back shoulder fade to Cooper Kupp against Eli Apple for a touchdown, making the score 23-20, which proved to be the game-winning score. Bengals had enough time to put a drive together, but on 4th and 1, Aaron Donald was able to pressure Joe Burrow, forcing Burrow to get the ball out quickly, which resulted in an incomplete pass and giving the Rams their first Super Bowl victory since 1999.
Running down to celebrate with a defensive play.
And guess who? Guess who? I mean, you don't even have to think about it. Do not even have to think about it.
Pointing to the ring finger.
So now that Super Bowl 56 is finally out the way, let's go ahead and get into some of the news from this past week. Some interesting news actually happened during the Super Bowl with Van Jefferson, wide receiver for the Los Angeles Rams. His wife, Samaria Jefferson, went into labor during the game and was rushed to the hospital to deliver their son. After the game was over, Van Jefferson was delivered the news, and him and his daughter quickly left the game to go to the hospital to be with his wife. I can't imagine the stress that his wife was under trying to root for the Rams and deliver their baby at the same time, going into labor. During the game, that had to be very stressful. And Van Jefferson, the emotions he had to be going through after he won the Super Bowl and then heard the news that his wife was delivering their second child. What a night it had to be for Van Jefferson and the Jefferson family. He became a first-time Super Bowl champion and a second-time father all in the same night. Hall of Fame Rams defensive lineman Aaron Donald is considering retirement after the Rams Super Bowl win over the Bengals. Rodney Harrison mentioned before the game during NBC's pregame show that Aaron Donald told him that there is a strong possibility that he could retire if the Rams were to win the Super Bowl. Here's the clip.
So how do you think number 99 thinks about his legacy at this point in his career?
Well, he's big on legacy, and he doesn't want to be known as a defender that accomplished so many individual things but never won a Super Bowl. But he also told me this: if he wins a Super Bowl, there's a strong possibility that he could walk away from the game and retire.
You may be trending on that.
If Aaron Donald does indeed retire, he has a pretty impressive Hall of Fame resume with 8 Pro Bowl selections, 7 first-team All-Pro selections, 3 Defensive Player of the Year awards, and now Super Bowl champion to add to his accolades, all at 30 years old. Hall of Fame safety Eric Weddle is re-retiring from the NFL after coming out of retirement to join the Rams in the playoffs after several members of the team's secondary went down with injuries. He helped anchor the Rams defense during their playoff run, leading the team in tackles with 9 in the NFC Championship game. During the Super Bowl, Weddle tore his pectoral muscle, but refused to lead the game and helped the Rams win Super Bowl 56, making him a first-time Super Bowl champion, adding another achievement to his Hall of Fame resume. Here's what Eric Weddle said in his post-game interview after Super Bowl 56.
It's not in very good shape. I can tell you that. Surgery soon.
Oh,
well worth it though.
Well worth it, man. You came off the couch. you had a huddle with your family. They gave you the blessing to come out here to do that, get the call from Raheem Morris, and then end up with a ring. Can you put any of that into words?
It's never in a million years I think I would be able to have this moment as a player because my career was done. And for everything to have to happen, not just this season with Fuller and Rapp going down, but over the last 15 years, certain things had to happen for me to be in this moment, and to finish it off the way we did is really just something you hear out of a book, right, or a story, a fiction fairy tale that you only wish that your name would be a part of it. And
Eric Weddle will get the last laugh, and I'm a world champion now.
You're great.
I am. You're dang right.
Congrats to Eric Weddle on his re-retirement and becoming a Super Bowl champion. Cardinals quarterback Kyler Murray is expressing his displeasure with the Cardinals and management of the team. He deleted all pictures affiliated with the Cardinals on his Instagram page last week. The Cardinals social media team responded by deleting all posts except those with Kyler Murray in them. Kyler Murray is said to be frustrated and has felt like he was set up for embarrassment in the wildcard round versus the Rams, per Chris Mortensen. There are also people within the organization that believe Murray is immature and lacks leadership, but the plan is to keep Murray in Arizona for the foreseeable future. Veterans on the team plan to reach out to Murray on how to handle adversity better. Murray released a statement regarding the situation, which reads, "I play this game for the love of it, my teammates, everyone who has helped me get to this position, that believed in me, and to win championships. All of this nonsense is not what I'm about, never has been, never will be. Anyone who has ever stepped between those lines with me knows how hard I go. Love me or hate me, but I'm going to continue to grow and get better." So this is definitely a situation worth monitoring. I don't think it's going to lead to a nasty breakup between the Cardinals and Kyler Murray. The Cardinals are very adamant that they want Kyler Murray back for the future and they want him to be a part of their franchise moving forward. So we're just going to have to monitor the situation and see what comes of it and see if Kyler Murray is able to get his needs met. For our Offensive Player of the Super Bowl, we have Cooper Kupp. He also won the Super Bowl MVP award, hauling in 8 of his 10 targets 492 yards, averaging 11.5 yards a catch, caught 2 touchdowns, including a touchdown that gave the Rams the lead late in the fourth quarter. Since most of the defensive attention shifted to Kupp after Odell went down, he was forced to find different ways to get open, which proved beneficial for the Rams on their final drive. What better way of capping off a historic season for Cooper Kupp than to win the Super Bowl? For our defensive player of the Super Bowl, we have Aaron Donald. He finished the game with 4 tackles, 2 sacks, 2 tackles for loss, 3 quarterback hits. He also made a crucial 4th down stop that stalled a potential game-tying drive by the Bengals, sealing the Super Bowl victory for the Rams. I said last week that it was going to come down between the Bengals offensive line and that Rams defensive line to see who was going to win that battle. And I think it's safe to say that the Rams defensive line definitely came out on top as they got to Joe Burrow 7 times. Aaron Donald wasn't the only one getting pressure back there. It was pretty much that entire Rams defensive line. For our next segment, we have our top 3 plays of the week. I'm going to show my top 3 plays in order of what plays I think were the best. But as always, you can comment in the comment section below on which plays you think were the best. For our number 3 play of the week, we have Matthew Stafford to Odell Beckham Jr. OBJ for the touchdown. Looking at Michael Jackson. Ooh, moonwalk on him. Ooh, they could not guard Odell earlier on, man. They could not. He hit for a couple of big plays early on. And I think this game would have looked a lot different had Odell not have gone out. For our number 2 play, we have Matthew Stafford to Cooper Kupp on a back shoulder fade over Eli Apple for the touchdown, making the score 23-20, ultimately proving to be the game-winning score for the Rams. This whole drive, Matthew Stafford and Cooper Kupp were surgical. Cooper Kupp said, bro, y'all gonna double team, triple team me. It don't matter. I'ma still get open. And they scored and won the game. For our number 1 play, we have Joe Burrow, deep ball to Ja'Marr Chase. Ja'Marr Chase comes down with it, one-handed grab, tries to get up and run into the end zone, but he is ultimately stopped. Forget the Super Bowl. This is one of the best plays I have seen all season. Jalen Ramsey and Ja'Marr Chase. This was the matchup a lot of people wanted to see coming into this game. Ramsey gets caught looking in the backfield. Now Ja'Marr Chase, he got to step on him. One-handed grab. Look at that. And then gets the other hand on it for control, going down to the ground, make sure that he survives the ground. That is an amazing catch. I thought I'd throw in an honorable mention play here. We got Joe Burrow tossing to Joe Mixon. Joe Mixon throws, showing off his quarterback skills to T. Higgins in the back corner of the end zone. Look at the little dance, man. I thought I'd throw this in as an honorable mention because it was a pretty cool play. It fooled me and it fooled the entire Rams defense too. Everybody is shifting to Joe Mixon and T. Higgins is wide open in the back corner of the end zone. All right, guys, that's all the time I have for today. Football season has officially ended, but that doesn't mean I'm going to stop bringing you football-related news in my weekly videos. As always, like, comment, and subscribe, and I hope to see you next week on Mel Got Game.